Welcome back to day 6 of Bookmas. Today we are going to be going over some book ideas for kids. Okay, everybody, welcome back. My name is Heather, and this is where we talk about all things books. Like I said before, we're going over books that will be good ideas for gifts or anything to read aloud to your kids. So this is what we're going to do. I don't have all of the books here with me. A lot of them are put up in the hall bookshelf, but I will do my best to remember them all. First things first, we are going to be going over the Wingfeather Saga. This one. This one has been such a good read aloud. It has enough for the whole family. I love this book series. My children love the book series. My husband is even enjoying the book series. So it's just such a good series. It was very well done. You follow a family, the Igby family, as they find out who they are, and they are being chased after some very evil people in these books. And so you are going to have to go through this adventure with them. I'm telling you, it is just such a good book. I'll read the back to you. You follow Jenner, Tink, and Leeli Igby and their trusty dog Nugget as they escape from the vicious fangs of Dang, who seek the lost jewels of Anira. Quirky characters in their world of wonders, from the edge of the dark sea of darkness to the deadly Glipwood Forest and beyond, set the stage for this epic adventure that includes original songs and silly poems, an ex-pirate grandfather, toothy cows, and real sea dragons, tours of Ankle Jelly Manor, and Pete the Sockman's treehouse, suspenseful legend and fascinating lore, genuine recipes for maggot loaf, and authentic hand-drawn maps. It's a lot of fun. I'm telling you, it's silly, but it deals with some serious issues in here. It does get a little darker as you go on into the next two books, but my daughter just turned 9 and my son is 12. They love this series. It's so good. And I'll even show you. It does have cute little pictures in here and maps. See, here's the map of the town. It's fun. And then you have cute little, I say cute, you have footnotes that typically tend to be pretty hilarious in here. See, it adds little footnotes to it that you read during the story, and they're usually pretty hilarious. And then at the back you have an appendices that goes through different things. It gives you stuff like permission form and all this other kind of stuff where you can read it, and it even has questions in here for a reader's guide. I think these are so well done. I'm enjoying it. We're about, I think, a quarter of the way through the third book, so we should get through that one hopefully by the end of the year, and then we'll start the fourth book in January. But Wingfeather Saga, definitely. And then, of course, you know I'm going to recommend The Green Ember, but I don't have the first book because, as I said before, I read that one to my kids on the Kindle app because it was for free on Kindle. My kids and my husband are banging around out there. But this one, The Green Ember, also has the same. You follow Heather and Pickett as they also go through an adventure to find their family and save the heir of the kingdom, the true heir of the kingdom. And it's a lot of fun following these two rabbits, seeing the trials they go through, seeing them grow up and come into their own. And it is a beautiful series. didn't even read the 4 extra books that are in between. We just read the main series. So we read The Green Ember, Ember Falls, Ember Rising, and Ember's End. So those 4 books we read. We haven't read the rest of them, which we plan to do after we finish the Wingfeather Saga. So this one, I'm telling you, it's great. And it also has maps and stuff in here as well. See, we have maps. If you're all for maps, and you have beautiful pictures. I love these pictures, even though they're black and white. I love them. But there's those, and yeah, I really do enjoy this series so much. The next series, I don't have it with me. It's out of the room, but the Percy Jackson, at least the first few books. I know a lot of people don't care to go past the first main series because it does delve into other topics such as the LGBTQ, and I know some parents would prefer to avoid it. Yeah, so basically the main Percy Jackson series is clean and does not have any of that in there, but if that stuff doesn't bother you, then my son has read pretty much all of them and he loves them. So go right for you, or go for it if you want. My 2 children are reading on their own The Keeper of the Lost Cities. I read the first 2 books, and I think my daughter is on the 3rd or 4th one. She's on the 4th one. And then my son is on the 7th one, I think, or 8th book. But we have all of those, and they are reading through them, and they are really, really enjoying them. I enjoyed the first 2 books. I haven't read past that. I haven't had a chance to, and I'm probably going to once, like I said, once the Christmas season is over. I'm going to delve into reading different things again. Another book series, which is kind of a transition from early readers to chapter books, and that is The Last Firehawk. And my daughter loves these books. She loves them so much, and I read several of them with her until she took them and ran with them on her own and felt comfortable enough. And that, for her, was a good segue from going to the early reader books to big chapter books like Keeper of the Lost Cities. It helped her it took a little while for her to go through it, but eventually she started getting faster and faster as she read through them. And then it prepared her for books such as Keeper of the Lost Cities or Percy Jackson, and so on and so forth. And honestly, I think they're adorable. Their adventure, you follow the owl and a squirrel that I can't remember their names. Okay, sorry. That find the last phoenix, the last firehawk, and they try and gather jewels to overcome the evil. I think he's a vulture. I can't remember. It's been a while since I read them, but it is a good, fun, cute series. It is clean, and they are easy to read for children who are in that in between, that aren't quite ready for chapter books, but easy readers are not enough for them. So I do suggest that one as well. We have, I think, 10 of them. Another series that my daughter enjoys is Whatever After. She enjoys the Whatever After series and the Sisters Ever After. Now, these are similar but very different. Whatever After they're easier to read. They're chapter books, but they could follow a girl through the different fairy tales. So you have Princess and the Pea, you have Peter Pan. I know they did Goldilocks, Snow White. I want to say they did the Little Mermaid one too. You follow her through all of those. I think I read the first one, but other than that, I didn't read anymore. I gave them all to my daughter, and she's enjoyed them and loves them. And then the Sister Ever After, which is similar, but it follows different sisters and different stories and different fairy tale stories in it as well. but these are a little different and a little more for older, which I would say whatever after is more for younger group. And I do know that at least the first book, Thornwood, my daughter said that there were some scary elements in it. So if your child is a little sensitive to that sort of thing, I would definitely read it first, and then you'll be able to tell whether or not they'll be able to handle what's going on in there. I did not read Thornwood before I gave it to my daughter. I saw that it was recommended by a lot of people and that it was supposed to be clean. And so I just gave it to her to read, and she told me that it was a little scary in some parts, but she said she kept reading it, and it wasn't so scary anymore. And so there's that. But yes, those are those. Oh, my son also enjoyed the Aragon series. He is currently wanting and asking for the new book that came out. I think it's like Murtagh. I think that's how you pronounce it. And he's so excited about that. He's like, I can't believe that he's actually coming out with another book after all this time. So he's excited about that one, and the new Percy Jackson book. He's really excited about that one as well. So yeah, those are all the books that I have to recommend. My two favorites, of course, are going to be these two, but I've read most of them. I haven't read the Aragon series, and I didn't read Thornwood, which is the Sister Ever After series. So I read the majority of what my kids are reading. I tend to read it before so I know what's in them. So I know, because especially in young adult books now, with my son getting into YA because he's getting older, I like to read ahead so I know what's in there. Some YA books tend to have some explicit content that I really don't want my children to be exposed to. I'm not really sure why explicit content is in YA. It's not something I agree with. I think it needs to be focused towards adults, but that's for a whole different conversation. We're going to keep this happy and fun, and we're talking about book ideas for kids. So those are all of my ideas for kids and suggestions for kids. If I think of anything else, I'll also link it in the description. But yeah, that's all I have. So I will see you all tomorrow for day 7, I think. Yeah, 7. I will see you all tomorrow for day 7. Bye.